said I'ma die and bring myself back, but don't wait up for me.
From what I understand is I have to pretty much explain this Don't Wait song. I can start by saying that this song was definitely in one of my darkest headspaces at the time. And honestly, I've been told that you make the best music when you're in the darkest place. And unfortunately, I was in one of those spaces, and unfortunately, sometimes I still am. Like, I'm in that space a lot more than I would like to admit, you know? But for me personally, I feel like that's where some of my best music comes from. And I can say I'm grateful for these dark times and shit like that. I'm grateful for the times I'm in my head too much. I'm okay with it, but I don't know. It does something to me, you know? It's like every time I go there and I come back, I go there, I come back, I feel like sometimes I'll go and then like a piece of me is just gone. It's just gone every time. But honestly, I don't think I would change anything, because I mean, this is what I chose to do, you know? And for me to, you know, really break down the concept of this song, I will say that just starting the song off in general, my first line, you know, I'll say first, the beat caught my attention from OK Peter. That's the producer, the guy who made the beat. So the beat caught my attention because it was, first of all, it was Bohemian Rhapsody. So I was like, yo, what? You know, so I was like, hey, that's tight, you know? So I played the beat. I was like, yo, this is explaining exactly how I'm feeling. This is explaining exactly that. So you know what I did? I took the beat, listened to it a couple times, wrote to it. I was done the same day. And then by the time I finished writing it, I took the beat, I recorded it and everything. And then I was like, all right, let me go ahead and buy it. So I hit up OK Peter. I'm like, hey, bro, how much? Exclusive. I said, and then, you know, he gave it to me. I sent him the money. He gave me the beat. I was like, bet. So, and he was like, you can take my tag off. I said, nah, bro. Like, this your work. You know what I'm saying? That's your work. It fits right in. So, you know what? We gonna leave your tag in there, because I need people to know, like, this ain't my beat. I make beats too. So I'm like, if this ain't my beat, you gotta get your credit, dog. You know? So when I heard that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go off of that. So when I went off of that, the first line I said was, I said I'ma die and bring myself back, but don't wait up for me. Don't wait. And the reason I was saying that was, it wasn't necessarily to other people, but it kind of was. For the most part, it was for me, because I was telling myself throughout my whole transition in the last 2 years, I was telling myself, like, you feeling some kind of way, yeah, but that doesn't mean you gotta wait. Like, don't wait to say how you feeling. Don't wait to get this out there, because if you wait, this feeling is gonna prolong and it's gonna eat you. It's gonna consume you 100%. So with that, I said, you know what? I'm gonna take what I know best and I'm gonna do it, because fuck, who else is gonna help me out of this situation? You know? So I went ahead and I laid the song down. I just said, don't wait up for me, please. And that was the thing, because if I do decide to put death to my old self and be reborn again, I don't want people sitting there like, bro, we've been waiting on you for this long or that long. What took you so long? Me, I'm like, I don't need to feel the guilt of feeling like I did something that was completely self-centered. So don't wait. I told everybody, don't wait. Told myself, don't wait, you know? And then in the beginning, the verse, first thing I said, I spent my time alone thinking about places I done been and where I'm trying to go. And for me, that just meant, like, I done spent so much time spiritually pouring into something that wasn't pouring back into me. And it was doing more damage than good. So for me, it felt like quicksand. It was like I'm losing myself here, and I'm struggling to really keep myself afloat and remember that I matter too, you know? So through that whole process, it was like, man, you know what? Like, I'm gonna go ahead and write this line too. So that's where quicksand sinking under my feet. I'm trying to stay afloat. You know, that's where that line came from. And then so on and so forth. For that entire first verse, it was all about me just getting into a groove, saying like, look, this is what I've been through. This is how it's going. And the direction I wanted to go is not going to happen until I make that change to go that direction. So, you know, pretty much I took it there. Towards the end of that verse. And then come second verse, I started to take accountability and say that everything that happened to me in the last 2 years was pretty much because of me, because I knew that things were not going to go the way I wanted them to go. I knew I wasn't in control, and I should have stopped a lot sooner than later, because it got me in a position to where I've been in a dark place for so long. It exhausted me. It completely exhausted me, and it stopped my music production heavily. I dove off the deep end for a minute. Like, I drank a little too much, and I played around in the streets a little too much, and you know, it just had me in a place that I didn't really want to be for myself. So yeah, and when you listen to it, you'll hear it. Like, I take my accountability just by simply saying I put myself in this position, feeling my spirit done went missing. And when I say that, it's like, I'm just saying, like, I put my spirit into something that wasn't spiritually with me, you know, and I kind of gave myself away to it and just decided like, yo, I'm lost. I was lost. So at that point, I had made it a mission to rebuild myself and come back and, you know, just try to put my pieces back together the best way I can, and pretty much put myself back in my light, you know. And I had to get rid of things that were dimming my light, and it was not easy. It's still not easy to this day, but you know, I've grown a lot from it, and I met a lot of nice people, met a lot of cool people. Nova's one of those people, actually, and Nova, she's actually on the song. She had the bridge section, so I gave her the bridge. Like, I sent her the song. I said, yeah, you can put your vocals on there. I don't care what you put. Listen to the song. Put whatever you want to put in the bridge section. So she heard it, and then she sent it back, and then her words were, I don't, what were her words? What word? Oh my God. I just know it was beautiful. She said, I've had enough, baby. Don't wait up for me. Maybe you never even really fucked with me. So that's what caught my attention. And I was like, yo, like, you nailed that shit. How did you even come up with something like that for the song? And, you know, what she said was, I went off the vibe. So I was like, okay, so for me, that just meant that she was actually doing a great job at it, because I was like, you just listened to what I said and you just completely took it, and you know what I'm saying, you raveled that shit up and you put it in a small section of the song. Like, it don't get no better than that for me. Like, I just needed to prove my point and get my point across in the song so I could be heard, and she literally did that. So I was like, yo, this is it. That's it. So I took her bridge, I put it in, and after that, I felt like the song was a masterpiece, because it's got the perfect amount of feminine energy in there. And for me, the song representation was about finding my balance too. So it was perfect. You know, I took it, I ran with it, and I loved it. And man, I've had that song for almost 2 years, and I played that song non-stop. I used to work at air conditioning company, and I play that song on the way to work. I play it at work. I play it on my way to the jobs. when I was doing the air conditionings, I played it on the way to the clients' houses. I played it on the way home. I'm like, dude, I love this song. But I knew I was not ready to release it because I wasn't past the dark place. And I had told myself, I want to be out of a dark place when I release this, because I need this song to be the reminder of where my foundation of growth actually started. And that song right there, now that I'm ready to release it, that should tell you everything you need to know. Like, it tells you I'm beyond that now, you know. And unfortunately, sometimes I still go through dark phases, but for me personally now, I understand that when I'm in my dark space, I come up with the best songs. I come up with the greatest songs. And I feel like that's for all musicians. They come up with their greatest work when they're in their darkest place. And it sucks, but that's the industry we're in. And that's what we do. But let our darkness be a light to somebody else. Like, I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm okay with everything that comes with this, and I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable here. So I hope that this song is iconic. I hope it serves as a symbol for anybody going through whatever they're going through. I hope this song reaches them and pretty much lets them know, like, you're not going through these things alone, and these are the steps that you might have to take to actually come out of that. Sometimes you have to realize that these things are not good for you, and sometimes you have to take the accountability for what you see is not good for you, but you just continue to pursue it. Don't do it, you know. But this is one of those songs where I hope that a lot of people can get something from it. I hope they get the message, and I just hope it does great. And the goal for me is not fame. The goal for me is just to be heard. I don't care for money. I don't care for none of that. I do this because I love it. And once you start doing something for money, the fun starts to go away, you know, and then it becomes a job like everything else. So I'm here for the fun, not the funds, you know. But yeah, August 15th is when it's coming out. I hope y'all enjoy it. I hope y'all play the fuck out of it. And I hope it brings everybody joy and peace and happiness and all that good stuff. So that's it from me. Third Degree, Tazz Mainey. You can follow me on IG, Tazz MFN Mainey, MAINEY, 2 Z's as well. Yeah, that's where we at with it.
I don't need no company. Don't wait up for me. Only thing I need is all my weed and a couple drinks. Cause I'm really tripping back on